Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Cynthia Makeover. I'm a Nigerian makeup artist based in Owerri, and today I'll be doing a client makeup transformation tutorial. But before we get started, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Please join this amazing family. So I started off by cleansing her face using my Blossom Micellar water. So next I'll be using my Cetaphil moisturizer to moisturize her face. So moving on to primer, I'll be using my Gentle Dove mattifying primer to prime her T-zone area. So next I'll be hydrating her face using my Chee's Beauty Fix Spray. So next I'll be using my Zikel foundation in the shade 015. So I'm just going to apply it on her face. So next I'll be spraying the foundation using the same Chee's Beauty Fix Spray. This would help me blend in the foundation. Then I went ahead using my beauty sponge to blend the foundation on her face. So next I'm going to be spraying her face again. This will help me lock in the foundation. So moving on to contour, I'll be using my Zikel foundation in the shade 030 to contour her face. So I'll be using the same foundation I used in contouring her face to contour her nose. So next I used my beauty sponge to blend to avoid any harsh lines. So for blush, I'll be using my Blossom lip palette. So I'm just gonna take the orange color there and apply it above her contour. So I went ahead using my beauty sponge to blend. So next I'll be using my Avour concealer in the shade A20 to highlight her face. So next I use my beauty sponge to blend the concealer on the highlighted area. So next I'll be setting her face using my Merak setting powder in the shade Cinnamon. So I just took a little look at what I'm doing. So the reason why I did this so that the setting powder will not be too much, because if it's too much, it's going to make her under eye cake and it won't look good at all. So next I'll be mixing these two shades of powder from my Adventure Oil Control Powder palette to set the rest of her face. So when you want to set the rest of your face or your model face, you need a shade that is your exact color. So next I'll be using the shade from the same powder palette to set the cream contour I applied earlier. So next I'll be using the same shade from the same powder palette to contour her nose. So I went back using my powder brush to blend everything together. So moving on to blush, I'll be using my Tara blush palette. So I'm just gonna mix those two shades and apply it above her contour. So next I'll be using the same setting powder to bake her face. So moving on to the brows, I'll be using my spoolie brush to brush her brow hairs upwards following the direction of her hair, and I went ahead applying my brow balm on her brows just to lay the hair nicely. So next I'll be using my Karite gel liner, the brown shade. So I'm just gonna take my angled brush to draw the outline. So next I'll be highlighting her brows using the same concealer I used in highlighting her face. So I So next I'll be using my blending brush to blend the concealer on the highlighted area. So I'll be using this shade from the same powder palette to set the concealer on the highlighted area. Moving on to eyeshadow, I'm going to be applying this Viange eye primer first to prime my lid. So for eyeshadow, I'll be using my Beach Wave eyeshadow palette. So I'm just gonna apply this pink color on the outer corner of her lid, blending it towards the inner corner of her lid. So next I'll be using my Tara Queen Amina eyeshadow palette. So I'm just gonna take this dark shade here and apply it on the outer corner of her lid. So I'll be using this pink shade from the same eyeshadow palette and blend out the eyeshadow. So I went back using this shade and apply it on the outer corner of her lid just to make it pop. So I went back using that same pink shade and apply it on the inner corner of her lid. So I'm back using my eyeshadow blending brush to blend everything together to avoid any misunderstanding between them. So next I'll be using my Karite gel liner, the dark shade, to line her upper lash line. So I'll be using the same Karite gel liner to line her lower lash line. So next I'll be using my Zaron mascara to prep her natural lashes and also give it volume. So next I'll be using my blending brush to dust out the excess powder underneath her eyes. So at this point I got tired of talking because I'm not feeling too strong, but I hope you guys understand what I'm actually doing, so please bear with me. I decided to edit this video so I would post for you guys to see, because I've not posted for some time now. So this was when she was vibing with I'm Unavailable song by Davido. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.